Hi everybody, welcome back to Cabin Crafts, and as promised, I'm going to show you how to sew a penny close up, as close as I can. And first, a disclaimer, my fingers always look a mess because I have extremely sensitive skin to detergents, any kind of detergent, soap, shampoo, anything like that. And so constantly have to wash our hands, have to take a shower, have to wash our hair. I wear rubber gloves to wash dishes, but that's just the story of my life. I've tried every kind of soap on the market. So my thumb's in bad shape today. So I'm not going to have the pretty manicured hands you usually see close-up shots on with YouTube. So bear with me on that. But today I'm going to show you how to sew these pennies together. And so I'm going to open this up a little bit, and I just freehand cut this just to show you how to do the stitch. And this is where, and I've knotted my thread, so you can see there's a knot at the end of my thread. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the knot. I'm going to open this up, and you can see that's fairly thick. And I'm just going to go inside, and hopefully just a little ways, and I'm going to come out in the middle of that thickness like that. And it's going to be hidden and sandwiched inside. So now our first, and I'm left-handed, so our first stitch, you're going to go about 1/4 of an inch in and just go straight down and pull. And as you get toward the end, run your needle back up through, and there's your first stitch. And then you're going to go back through the top a little ways over, same distance, trying to let you all see as much as I can. Same thing, and then, and my needle was already through the thread. And there's your next stitch. And then, so if you start with your thread over to the right, if you're left-handed, or over to the left, your needle, you can see my needle's already, my thread is behind my needle. It's already going to be ready to go. After that first stitch, you won't have to worry about it. It's already going to be behind that thread. And you just go on, around and around. And if you hear that pitter-patting, that's my Jack Russell Terrier, Ginger. She just can't be still. She hears me talking, and she's just being a nuisance. She has to have all the attention. So there you go. And you just, now she's got to have a drink. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. So there you just keep going around and around and around until you get to the very end, and I'm going to go fast so that you all can see the very end. This is a very small penny. And of course you would do another penny on top of this one. But I want to get around so you can see how to finish the end. Yeah, why don't you have a crunchy bite of dog food while you're at it over there and just annoy everybody that's listening? Silly dog. I love her dearly. You have no idea. But man, I tell you what, as soon as I start to make a video, she's got to start this nonsense. She was laying on the couch all nice and peaceful and being a good little doggy until she hears me talking, and now it's like, oh, Mom's making a video. I think I'll go and get some attention. Next, she's going to want to go outside. And I just took her outside before I started so that we wouldn't have to deal with this. Again, I'm trying to get as you go, your thread kind of starts getting curly. So you can beeswax your thread if you like, to keep it from doing this. And I'll just wrap my thread around the back as we go. I hope I'm doing this well enough to where y'all can see what I'm doing. Oh, yep, there we go. Let's gonna have a little crunchy bite over there of dog food. Maybe I should turn the volume up so you all can be entertained. Hear that? Crunch, crunch, crunch. Okay, so now we're at kind of the end. I didn't space these out real well, but that's the, and of course I'll get me a knot right here at the very end. All right, Candy, what have you done? Trying to get done in a hurry and you made a knot. Okay, so now you can see there's nothing right there. So I'm just going to go under right here. And connect those, and then I'm just going to go through again and make a knot. There we go. And then you can cut it off as close as you can. And there's our finished penny. Can you chew with your mouth closed, please? Okay, so I brought a few things to show you how you can utilize this cool stitch. First of all, pardon my arms, I brought, of course I have the price tag on it, let me take that off. Another disclaimer, I am not a professional. Okay, so here is a mat. Of course I've got my close-up screen, but this is made by a lady that puts some things on consignment in my shop. This is a big candle mat. Let me see if I can raise this arm without causing too much of a ruckus. Maybe it'll show it more of a distance here. But this is, you can see this stitch. Isn't this cute? So this applique stitch, so she's got big pennies in the middle, big pennies, and then she's got daisies. Just a big black underside. So this is like a cute little candle mat. You put a candle in the middle here. And then here's one of mine. This is a candle mat that I made. It's just a star. And you don't have to just use penny circles. You can do other designs too. And I even did some decorative stitch. Now this is from that Rebecca L. Smith book I was telling you all about. So this is a candle mat. You can see that this is, and of course since I have a Jack Russell Terrier, I've got dog hairs. But this is black and blue, and then this is one piece of camel felt, and then one piece of the barn red felt on top of that, and then one piece of that mustard seed, but it's not real bad thick, so you can actually set a candle on top of that. This is a piece that I'm making for Christmas to make into a Christmas pillow. This is just going to be a big square pillow, and you can see you can also use other stitches. So this little angel's halo is French knots and a chain stitch. And you can see I've done some French knots and some other decorative stitches. So this is going to be a cute little Christmas pillow. And then you might have seen these on at Easter time when I post stuff that I have for sale in the store. But aren't these fun? You could make these for your kids' Easter baskets. These are peeps, felt peeps. This is that same stitch. And I matched the colors to the felt. This is bright colored felt that I got at Hobby Lobby. This is not the felt. The felt I sell in my store is wool felt, and it's kind of earth tones, muted tones. This is that bright colored acrylic felt that you get at Hobby Lobby for like 33 cents a sheet, and those are just little black pom-poms. And I bought thread, and this is embroidery floss, and that's what I forgot to mention. I usually use about 3 strands when I make my pennies of embroidery floss. And that's what these are. These are 3 strands. So you can make peeps. And I actually downloaded the template for this off of the internet. It was a free template for peeps, and they had all different sizes. They even had kind of like a big one. You could make a big pillow. Aren't those cute? You could put that in your kids' Easter baskets. My grandkids love them. You could put a little string and make smaller ones and have an Easter tree. This is a project that I've been working on for a long time because this is big. This is a big Valentine's Day runner on a piece of toweling. This is a big Valentine's Day towel runner, and it just goes on and on. And as you can see, I'm still not done with this. I started on it in January and I went on to other things, but I've still got to applique down. And what I did with these was I just took some fabric glue and just glued a little dot in the middle of each piece to hold them down while I applique. And you can see this one I started on and didn't finish. But there's just a little dot of glue under there just to keep your stuff from moving around. And that's just, I went to the fabric store and they had this toweling, and all I did was hem the end edges where they cut it off. And this is just a big Valentine runner. Isn't that beautiful? This is out of that book by Rebecca L. Smith too. And then I forgot to bring these over from my kitchen counter. So I'm going to run over to my kitchen counter real quick and show you these 2 projects that I finished. Sorry, awkward time gap. Okay, so this is out of that book also by Rebecca L. Smith. These are 2 of the pillows that's in that book. This is a little squirrel pillow, pumpkin. This is out of her book, so you can see all the various stitches. This is her pattern. And it's Rebecca, and it's Rebekah. I'm at home and my book is up at the shop, but this is her design, and she uses all kinds of cute stitches in her stuff. And this is that applique stitch all the way around. Here's the back side. It's just another big piece of wool, and I stuffed it and signed the back. So here's a cute squirrel on a pumpkin with an acorn. And then here's the other one. This is a bird or a crow on a big fat pumpkin. And again, since I'm in this close-up mode, I can't switch over to I don't know how to edit and do that kind of stuff, that fancy stuff. So this one has like little French knots in certain areas, and you can see each of the pennies have little decorative, each one's kind of different designs. You can use different colors on your pennies. And again, the whole pillow is done in that simple stitch. There's the stem, and I just inserted the stem into the middle when I was stitching this together, and then stitched it into that, went on around, and then when I got to the bottom, I left a little opening so I could stuff, and then I stitched it closed. And you can't really tell with this kind of a stitch where you stop and start. So, and then the back. So you can actually use this penny stitch for a lot of fun projects. Like I said, you can do it for every season of the year. It's a very simple stitch to do, and once you get it down pat, which does not take very long at all, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, I think you'll enjoy doing this. You can make a lot of gifts. This that I did on the pillow, this angel, this was actually from a book I've had for years. This book is probably from the 80s or 90s, and this was for a Christmas stocking. And I turned it into a pillow. Isn't she cute? So you could get started now and learn how to do this simple stitch. And like I said, the perfection, nobody's perfect. If you stop and start and have a little bit of a, like right there where I did, nobody's going to notice. I mean, this is folk art. You don't have to be perfect. That's what's so awesome about it. I love her little feet. Aren't they cute? And I'll just stitch this closed, just like I did the pumpkin pillows. I'll just do that, kind of stitch all the way around it again. And it actually goes really fast. You saw how fast I sewed that penny, and then you'll cut a smaller circle and sew that one in the middle, and you can just stick these all over things. You could also make a garland with this. Attach a whole bunch of them together in a whole bunch of different colors. You could even leave it solid like this to save time and just have, maybe red, green, red, green, red, green, and have some garland for across your fireplace mantle or on a little mini Christmas tree. How cute would that be? Very simple, very country, very homemade. And so as promised, how to sew your penny. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. God bless. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.